What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and say hello to BLITZ MARKOV, a brand new Hunter adaptation that reworks and remixes the OG Markov, giving him a whole new look and a whole new feel, adding a heck of a lot up in his arsenal. Starting off with the Tesla gun that now deals color-coordinated waves of increasing damage, Tesla mines that change color and output as well, and an assault rifle with a smaller clip but a higher rate of fire, and overall just a super sleek and hot look. I love these adaptations. I like the idea behind it. We've got Rogue Val over there on the left, BLITZ MARKOV on the right. Those are the first two. And BLITZ MARKOV, think of him as sort of an expert, more intense version of the original Markov. Requires more skill to play. We were discussing with Chris Ashton up at Turtle Rock Studios, where I got to be the first to play these adaptations, what the idea behind them was and how they kind of work. And the crux of BLITZ MARKOV is his Tesla gun, and it deals 4 different colors of increasing damage that require consecutive, consistent hold of the beam on the monster. So it goes blue, purple, red, gold. And the way that Chris told it to me is that if you constantly are just seeing blue and purple, you're probably better off sticking with the OG Markov, because at blue and purple, you know, he's dealing okay damage, but probably not as much or not to a level where it's worth it, because blue is definitely lower than the beam on the original, you know, vanilla Markov. Purple gets a little bit closer, but if you see red a lot, then you know that you have an advantage over your play as the regular Markov. And if you're getting to gold and you get to witness that really beautiful beam, then it's incredibly worth it to be playing this character that requires a little bit more prowess. And you'll see it on Wildlife, and eventually you'll see it on Goliath. You're playing with Vern Notice and DB and some AI, checking out these new modifications that will be coming to the game at some point. I'm not sure when exactly, but I know it's going to be soon, so you'll get your hands on them. And I think it's just a great idea to sort of add a little bit of extra oomph to possibly some of your favorite characters, being part of Tier 1 as characters that people played a ton of and know and love, and now giving a way for more expert players and more experienced players to dive a little bit deeper into an adaptation of them. I was calling them mutations before, but these are not X-Men. They are just hunters with new weaponry, which is pretty sick, I think, and something I didn't see coming at all. And his mines do sort of the same thing. The longer the mine is placed, it will go through the same color coordinated progression of blue, purple, red, and gold, and then you can, you know, safely assume that the damage of the explosion is worth a heck of a lot more as it reaches the higher stages. And so that creates a little bit of a different strategy and a different sense of tactics when playing BLITZ MARKOV, because you will want to almost bait the monster into certain mine areas. They've also, in the update, lowered the amount of deployable weapons to 3, which is a change across the board. That's not just for BLITZ MARKOV, but there you go. You'll see blue, purple, and then it goes like orangish red, and so that is when you want to deal significant damage. It is a little bit tricky, though, because you do need to keep it not only on the target, but also reloaded. If the clip runs out of that Tesla gun, you will start over, and if at any point the monster breaks line of sight or you detach from it, you will start over as well. So it really requires a specific level of skill and also just awareness of the environment. You want to make sure you're at a point where you've got a really good vantage on the monster, so you can keep consistency with that beam in order to reach those 3rd and 4th stages of damage to make it worth your while and much more beneficial to play as Blitz as opposed to regular. I'm just going to call him Blitz from now on. Instead of saying BLITZ MARKOV and OG Markov, we'll just call him Blitz versus regular Markov. We're hunting for the first monster here. Rogue Val is super cool as well. I've got gameplay of her. If you want to see it, just hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below. I'll bring it your way. She's got some sweet chain link effects and a poison gun as well that is kind of cool. And it's interesting how they kept the definite feel and flair of the characters, but then kind of rework them slightly so you would have a different sense of playing, almost like an evolved form of the Hunter, which is really clever and cool considering this is evolved. So here we are against Goliath, and you'll see that I am being boosted. I've got purple on him. I'm keeping that red, and oh, we almost get the gold, but I drop into the water. Pools are disastrous, not only for your pruning fingers, but also for your Tesla beam. I'm trying to drop these mines. You'll see when they spawn, they get a little aura around them. You didn't see it there, but you will see the aura is a specific color, and then it will change the longer it's placed. And we are dealing massive early damage to Goliath. This is the gun that now has a smaller clip but a faster rate of fire. So it's, again, BLITZ MARKOV, really the Blitz is like, let's pile as much damage on as we possibly can. So you're seeing those are blue, and then they will turn purple, and then it's purple right now. They kind of like flash in now red, and I'm not sure how long it is. I think it's like 2 seconds or 3 seconds they do change, and you'll see their gold maximum damage. So it's not a very long sense of like, you don't have to let it sit for forever. You can kind of get it going pretty darn quickly, but it does encourage you to sort of like set up more, and I can see those being incredibly useful at stage 3 back at the reactor. If you're looking to set up, then man, Goliath is going to run into some gold mines. And Chris was telling us that he'll eat a blue or a purple mine because they're not that bad, but if he sees a gold mine, like, it's like you have to stay away from it. You cannot go just waltzing right into that field, because you will take significant damage, and it will be enough to be a showstopper. So you'll as the monster also have to be aware of, like, okay, what's going on for both Rogue Val and BLITZ MARKOV, and I'm guessing eventually they'll make a, I don't know, Hyper Hank. That would be pretty cool. And like a, I don't know, Maniac Maggie or something. I guess it doesn't have to be have alliteration, but that would be cool. But it'll be interesting to see what they do. We still have 2 more hunters of tier 5, a medic, and support, which should be fun to see what those end up being as well, now that we've got Jack and Lennox. It's interesting that they decided to put Gorgon out first, but I think she tied in so well to sort of like the Halloween time and giving the game a nice push before the Ultimate Edition came out, and I'm so glad they did, because she is by far my favorite monster now, by far the most fun to play. I now have her in my own home, and you guys can as well. If you got the season pass, you'll have her. If not, you can go pick her up, but totally worth it. Seriously, like, such a fun time as the Spider Queen herself, slinging through the air and shooting babies out of your abdomen. All right, so it looks like they've got him domed. I'm a little bit behind, so I got to catch up so I can keep that color shifting beam on him. The beam does not go through domes, unfortunately. It'd be way too easy. And you'll see, I think here it comes into play, like how the reload affects you. But there's blue, there's purple. Keep it right on Goliath. There's red, and he's breathing his fire. Gold, that's a good gold. A little bit of time, but you'll see if you rewind and pause that it did a significant amount of damage to his armor there as we slowly ascend and look for him. He's pile driving one of our teammates, and that's a great time to really use this new Tesla gun. He can't jump away from it quite easily, but when he is trying to finish a target, and especially with Goliath, who is a monster who's A, big in size, and B, focuses quite a bit on individual hunters, it's a really great usage of this weapon. There's a blue mine detonation, which isn't that much damage, as you can see. We'd really like them to grow a little bit more as I continue the beam on him. But again, with the personal shield and the beam, it becomes a good weapon as I fly through the air, and then that's where you'll see, like, reloading also takes the beam out of commission. So I was at purple, about to reach gold, and the beam retracted itself based on the need for a recharge. Our trapper is dead. Will Goliath get the best of us instead? I can't imagine that happening. We got to come through in the clutch here. BLITZ MARKOV, first time I'm playing you. Please don't lose. I hate losing. I do sometimes show you guys like losing matches, because I think occasionally the match is great, and ultimately, like, the victory screen or the loss screen isn't what's important. It's like the fun of the match and kind of either the strategy or the character that it shows off. So that's why, like, my first Gorgon match I thought was a perfect match. I ended up losing, but it really highlighted all of her features and fun. Alright, getting a little bit of Sunny Shield there. The monster is around. I guess we are going to just kind of bide our time as a team. It was really fun to play in the same room as people, because that's something I don't do very often. It's always, like, over the internet. So to be in a room with 4 people going to work against the monster, or being a monster against 4 people in the room and then looking over and, like, pumping your fists after I crush them with Gorgon, like, it adds a little bit extra element. So hopefully, if you guys have the game, and since it's holiday times and people will be off school and work, maybe you can get some groups together, because I feel like Evolve is fantastic no matter what, but I think it just adds that extra sense of competition and, like, victorious fun when you do get to play directly with people. So I'm going to plant mines right by the generator here in case he comes near. We'll drop 3 in a nice sort of triangular arc here and let them level up from blue, purple, red, and gold. I think it's a clever idea as well to kind of have this color coordinated increasing damage. I'll be interested to see how many people play BLITZ MARKOV versus regular Markov. If it all shifts towards Blitz instead of regular, or if there's reasons, just to play the regular. And I'm curious at tournament level sort of how that will really pan out. If people will find that, hey, like, the beam is too difficult for expert monster players, or the beam is necessary because the skill level of hunters is so supreme. Goliath is coming back. He's stage 3. He's mad. He's very, very, very large, and he's got a full tank of armor. But you'll see when I get to gold, we are just chewing away his armor. He clears behind the crash plane, which is to his advantage. I'm getting boosted. We are getting booted straight out of here. 2 guys down. Will we survive? I do not know. This Goliath is going to town, but you'll see I'm flying through the air, and he hits me, and I'm in the water. Surviving barely. And I think this looks bad for our hunter crew. Again, like I spoke of, sometimes you got to show the losses because it highlights what you want to see. And that is BLITZ MARKOV going to work for me and for you. Goliath gets the win. Trophy Goliath. But we get to show you BLITZ MARKOV. Let me know what you think of the new adaptation in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and want some Rogue Val action. I'll probably be bringing more Gorgon as well. So, thank you guys for being a part of this. As always, I have to mention it in every video. I love the Evolved community we built here. I'm so grateful for you guys. It's been one of my most fun and favorite series I've ever done on YouTube, and I've met some of the coolest people because of it, because of you. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the new surge of Evolved content. Not sure exactly when the adaptations are coming out. I've been told soon. I'll give you more details on that as soon as I can. Until that time, though, guys, girls, drink so much, all. That's BLITZ MARKOV. Until next time, thanks again. We'll see you all later.